Hey, order in the court. What's up? I got my gavel on chopsticks. It's all fake. Oh, man. Blast out the fucking speakers right off top. Sorry. Good Lord. Is that better? Yeah. All right. Yo, this is actually absolutely one of our best topics. So let me go ahead and say, if you have a roommate story, and almost everyone does, please call and tell it. Like, we have all lived with someone who was a shitty roommate, or we have been a terrible roommate ourselves. I have had both. I've had awful roommates. I've had absolutely awful roommates. And I have been a terrible roommate. Why is my shit peaking so much? Is that better? God damn. So I'm ready to hear about it. If you're ready to tell me, call in 916-954-1954. Until then, I will be reading some, I gotta fix this shit. I'll be reading some stories off Reddit in the meantime, in between time. But yeah, call in with your roommate story. We'll get cracking. Senior year of boarding school, my roommate stole my prescription Adderall, oxys from getting my wisdom teeth pulled out, and alcohol I'd hidden. I want to be this bitch's roommate. I want to live with someone that I can steal all these pills from. That sounds tight. In college, you'd be rich. She ended up overdosing and then told the school I gave it all to her. That's fantastic. I got suspended, lost my scholarship for the remainder of the semester, and almost had my college acceptances rescinded. First of all, this is 100%. Like, she pulled it off. This bitch pulled everything off. She did a great job. She got away with it. Like, she is telling this story with a smile on her face to her friends. Like, you ended up on the ass end of this. Like, I know this is a woe me story, but I'm gonna go ahead and say she's not guilty. I would steal all that shit from you too. Don't leave drugs in your shared room. You're gonna leave prescription drugs that are addictive drugs in your shared room. Good luck. You're never gonna see that shit again. What's up, Larry? How you been, man? What's up, Deco? Oh yeah, call in with your roommate story, 916-954-1954. It can be your jail roommate too, cellmates. You've seen how people live. I'm ready. Call in with your roommate story, man. I had a guy trash my whole house and steal my TV, left a shopping cart in my fucking living room. Ooh, we getting a story in the chat. Found my roommate through Craigslist. Incredible. He was amazing, and I still love him and in contact with him to this day. After he moved in, he revealed that a few months back, his boyfriend had shot himself. Damn. What had become my room and died there. A few months later, I was doing yoga and blood seeped through the cracks in the floorboard. Holy shit. Yo, I didn't ever really think about it. But now that I follow a bunch of these accounts that do crime scene cleaning on Instagram. And it's like 90% people having to clean up spaces from where somebody killed themselves. It seems fucking crazy. And also, if you don't hire someone to do that, there is 0% chance you clean that shit up the right way by yourself. Like, they have to fucking cut the floor out to the foundations, and then they just barely patch it up, or they just leave it clean and let you fix it. But like, if that guy didn't do that, or their landlord didn't pay to do that, then they did a shit job cleaning it up, and they like bleached it at best. Like, damn, that sounds so scary. Well, they're guilty. That's a landlord guilt. That's not even on your roommate. You can't expect that dude to clean up that mess. You know what I mean? Nobody should have to clean up a loved one's. I can't think of the delicate way to put it, but you shouldn't have to clean that up. So, but someone should. They should have paid to have someone clean that up. It's the law. So somebody's guilty. Doing good. Working back in the prison finally. Hell yeah, that sounds tight. The freshman year of college, I had a roommate who would get high on ecstasy with her boyfriend and come back to our dorm room and bone while I was also in the dorm room. Good for her. She also listened to Bass Hunter nonstop, and I had had close-up pictures of her own eyeballs all over the room. Oh, this bitch was just heavy on drugs. I gotta tell you, you could have left, right? She was wrong. She's wrong to be in there banging, right? But that's not uncommon. People go into the dorm room to have sex all the time. So why couldn't she just sock the door and you not go in there? You have nowhere else to go. while your roommate's banging. Like, come on. Or also just do this. Be cool. Let them have a good time if you're not going to. You know what I mean? They're having sex on ecstasy. They're as happy as two people could possibly be. I'm going to say they're wrong and you're right just because they're happy and you're not. Fuck off. Fuck off, lady. Not guilty. Horny Mormon who never learned how to masturbate. That's not even part of the story. That's just the title. They titled the story. He'd be up until 3 a.m. perving on women on Facebook going, she's so hot. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. What a weird dude. Stand too close to girls to try to grab their shoulders and shit. Oh, the Biden maneuver. Genuinely concerned he was going to assault someone someday. I brought my girlfriend over there one time and he'd been hitting on her and trying to take selfies with her. He stole her phone and installed the Mormon scriptures app on it. Someone has to stop this man. He could be put down. Someone should put this guy down. Also had some kind of foot fungus and smelled like fucking shit. They just threw that. That's the worst part of the whole story. They tagged it in right. No, it's not worse. It's not worse than him being a perv, but it is fucking gross. Like that's almost as bad. Call in with your roommate story. Tell it. Yo, the first time we did this, I'll have to go back and get the clip and recut it. But the first time we did this topic, a guy from Australia called from the old Facebook group. And he said that he walked in on his roommate and he was masturbating to illegal pornography. Not a good kind. And he said that he like freaked out, kicked the dude out, and they called the cops. And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, well, you did. Guess what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you he should not have done that. That was where he was wrong for that. That was sounded so gnarly. To catch your roommate doing something horrible sounds crazy. Like it's normally you just catch them talking shit about you. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big of a deal. But like committing a real crime, no good. I'm gonna get rid of this, I think. It's so comfortable. This eWin magnetic pillow for their new chair that they sent me is incredible, but I think it looks kind of crazy on set. So I'm gonna take it off for a second. But if I had more than a second, I would tell you all about it. College, I rented a room in a house from a slumlord. Tight. Roommates were heroin addicts. Dope. This is a recent story too, so it's fentanyl, 100%. No question. Constantly steal my food. Oh my God, they were high and they were hungry. Baked a batch of brownies with a whole pack of X-Lass in them. Figured they'd take one or two, get the squirts. One ate the whole pan overnight of her puking, followed by drive heaving. It went on for, oh, they poisoned this guy. That's tight. Well, that's tight. I mean, she could have killed him. If he would have died, this would be like a deposition. But since he was fine, hilarious. There's nothing funnier than a good old-fashioned X-Lax prank. That's old school humor. That's like elementary school shit. Yo, I went and visited one of my old girlfriend's friends at a college like this, where it was like four dorms, like 4 single bedrooms, and then there was like a shared living room and kitchen in the middle. And I think it was shared bathroom as well, for sure. But it was actually pretty tight. Like it was basically like, it was really cool. I mean, I get that they've been splitting that shit up like that forever, but I had like not been to a college like that. And I was like, incredible. Also, I was fucking up that communal area. I was a guest in a roommate's room that nobody even liked. So I was fucking shit up left and right. I didn't give a damn. Oh, okay. Okay, I perused this one and it's worth it. My friend rented a room. I had a room. We got two randos assigned to us. After a few months, our places started to increasingly smell worse. We couldn't figure out what was going on. Deep clean, bleach, could not find the source. Only we didn't go through the rando's room. Oh, of course it's them. I could have told you that before you looked. One day, one of the randoms went home for the weekend and my buddy and I broke into his room and discovered the source. This dude was shitting in a plastic bin and keeping it under his bed. Why? Oh my God. After a big what the fuck moment, we disposed of it and confronted him. He of course denied it and claimed he never did such a thing. How would he deny it? They had him dead to rights, bro. Several days the smell went away and never came back. Poop Bucket is now a cop. This dude, that's crazy. This is the craziest part of the whole story. He's a cop now. Yeah, this was a year ago. He's already done something terrible. No question. No question. Man, that's upsetting. This whole story was upsetting. That's the worst part by a lot. My heart. Well, he's guilty. That needs to be a thriller movie. I'd watch that shit. Poop Bucket. I love finding out people have roommates as adults, like grown adults that have roommates. What's wrong with you? Like if you're not going to be in a relationship, sure, get your own place. Like, what are you talking about? I guess I don't live in an apartment, like in a city where it's hella big. I guess if you live in like a big city, then people probably have roommates all the time and it's not weird. But I don't live in a big city. So when you're like, I'm like, get your own house, bro. Move the fuck out. What are you talking about? Roommates. In a house with 3 friends. One of my best friend, he was cool. You should never move in with your best friend. You're never going to talk to them again. Like no 2 best friends have ever moved in together and it gone well. Like it's never been fun the whole time. Like you guys got in a fucking fist fight. Sacramento's big as fuck, but the rent isn't crazy. Like you could still get a 1-bedroom apartment for like $1,500. Like you can, if you're a single person, you can live in a 1-bedroom apartment here. That means it's not that big of a city. You know what I mean? The other was his girlfriend. Oh man. So your best friend and his girl and their homie. That's a nightmare, bro. You're gonna be the one on the lease and you're gonna move out first. Guaranteed. I've seen this shit happen 10 fucking times. Luckiest people alive because we were renting a 3-bedroom house for $500 a month. God damn, that's tight. My buddy grew up poor and I was homeless for a year. God damn. We both knew how lucky we were. We fought hard for everything we had. But the 2 girls we lived with were spoiled. They fucked everything up for us. They do everything from invite strangers over. Skipping the rent. If the rent's cheap, bro, you gotta pay it. You gotta pay it. Steal our food, never go grocery shopping. That's every roommate. Every roommate you have will steal communal food in the house. Like that's 100%. I don't do it because I've eaten food that was gross. Like I've gone after and stolen something that I like nobody should have eaten. And that's learned my lesson. Like I would never do that. But like if you have roommates, they're probably going to eat your shit. Especially if it's good. Like, you know, you buy better food than them. You know, the shit you like is better than what other people like. Everybody feels like that. So of course they're going to eat your shit, bro. Still not right. Turn the AC down to 63 in the middle of 100-degree heat waves. That's so tight. Utility bill was higher than the rent. Absolutely. You can't have that shit on 63 if it's 100 outside, but I will put it at like 70, 72. Like they'll tell you to put it up to like 75. Fuck that. I'll put it at 68 until the fucking AC cannot keep up. And then I'll set it to 70. Maybe. It's got to be 110 for me to set it above 72. I won't do it. I might as well go outside. This shit can blow up. I don't care. I don't know. This isn't my AC unit. I don't own this shit. Come on, call in. Tell me your roommate story. 916-954-1954. I see all you motherfuckers watching. Call in and tell me your roommate story because I know you have one. Absolutely you do. Yo, real quick, new compilation tomorrow. New TikTok comp tomorrow. I might finish it tonight. It might be up on YouTube tonight, but it'll go up on Facebook tomorrow, I think. And yeah, we got to share that bitch, man. The last couple on Facebook have been some duds. Like we had one hit 500,000 quick, and then after that, so we got to get back on it on Facebook, homies. Break shit in the house, start arguments. Woke up at 4 a.m. every morning. Yo, people who wake up early for work, they will hate you for doing anything. So even if these bitches were wrong, I'm inclined to side with them over this guy because I know he's making it sound like I wake up hella early. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every fucking day. Like the guys who say, who gives a shit, bro? That's your job. Like, go to bed early. What the fuck you want? It's not my, like, I know he comes out at like 11 o'clock. He's like, quiet the fuck down. I gotta be at work in 6 fucking hours. You know what I mean? People who are like, they're always like that. I don't even know this fool. I know he's like that. I know he's like that. I worked a seriously demanding job at the time. Ooh, party house is dope. When you have people coming to drink at your house every night, it's stressful and shit gets stolen, but also like 4 out of 7 nights, you have a pretty good time. Even if you hate those motherfuckers, you have a pretty good time. Stranger passed out in his bed, covered in vomit. Played music so loud every night it would shake my bedroom wall. One night, my friend's girlfriend got drunk and started stabbing the bedroom door with a knife. God damn. But he went to stop her. She stabbed him 3 times. I had to go pin her against the wall and have some random stranger come grab the knife from her friend. Had to beg the landlord not to kick us out and replace the door. You should have just replaced the door and never told that fool about it. Why would you ever tell the landlord? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Tell the landlord, idiot. The landlord finds out what's fucked up in the house when you move out of the house. They better not even know shit's broken when they come do an inspection. Like if you fuck something up and they're going to come see it, you better fix that shit yourself. I will never call the landlord to fix shit. They're going to kick you out, bro. They don't want to spend any additional money, even though that's their job. And if you hit them up for shit like that, you're going to not have a fucking place to live. Like 100%. You could have just fixed this door and never talked to that fool about it. And he's still like, these guys are having a good time in that house. $500. Mini fridge, lock for my door. Yeah, bro, you should have had a lock for your door a long time ago. One of the girl's friends always kick because I always come out and kick people out. See, I told you. Oh, is he going to say he fought this big ass girl? God damn. How long is this story, bro? I don't even care anymore. I know it's this dude's fault. He's guilty. Fuck all that. I know this fool's guilty. He's giving me too many details. I know he's wrong. Was dating a girl during COVID. She ended up being nuts, so I dumped her. This guy sucks. It's a terrible way to phrase a sentence. Fuck you. But she started talking to my roommate to try to get information about me. She manipulated him into thinking I was abusive with her. So they colluded and contacted all my dating apps and got me banned on pretty much every dating app. Yeah, bro, I'm sure they did that for no fucking reason. Yeah, this dude's guilty, bro. You can tell when it's the author's fault so quick because it's like, it's too skewed and I can tell this guy's an asshole. You know what I mean? Fuck you, bro. My roommate filed a false restraining order and made up some story that I cornered him. Yo, be for real, bro. They're not gonna fucking file a false police report to jam you up unless you're you absolutely deserve it either way. Like, had to hire a lawyer. You were gonna need one anyways, bro. Lost my TSA global pre-entry. This dude sucks. And because of the agreement, I could never speak to him about it. Bro, they don't have your house bugged. Talk to him about it in the living room, you fucking pussy. This guy sucks. Guilty. Housemate brought her mom and they tried to perform an exorcism on me. Do you know how probably cool this guy is? Your roommate's mom comes over and she goes, this guy's possessed. He has to be so fucking funny. He has to be so crazy. Like the only reasonable answer for how cool that dude is the devil is inside him. Okay, I'll read a reply to that. What's happened? What have I done? Tell me. Okay, fine. We won't read more. Oh my God. Go ahead and call in. Tell me your roommate story. I'm tired of this Reddit shit already. 916-954-1954. Tell me your roommate story. God damn it. Yeah, your roommates will never wash the dishes, bro. It's hard to even listen. Like, that's wrong. And you should do your own dishes. Everyone should do your own dishes right when you fucking do them. That's not even when you're just a roommate. You should do that shit when you live alone. You should do that shit when you live with your wife. Play the shit as you go. It's not hard. And then also just finish it before you go to bed. Take 30 fucking minutes before bed and do the dishes. It will change your life. Also, if you do your dishes, like if you do all your dishes and are on top of it, and then there's dishes there, like you don't need, like, it's annoying, but you have room to yell at people. Like it's undeniable because you're taking care of your own shit. They would let the dishes soak for days on end. Replace their pots and pans instead of washing them. I have done that. Sometimes you wait a little too long to wash something and it's too far gone. And it's going to take too much effort to clean this shit. And it's a shitty pan anyways. I only buy cheap cookware. If I had expensive shit, I'd clean the fuck out of it. And I do clean the fuck out of my shit. But like also, if there's some shit that's baked on and it's a cheap ass pan, I'm throwing it away. So fast. I've done it so many times. And it's all cool. Tell my wife, it's like, where's this fucking pan? I don't know. I don't know where it is. I had limited myself to a single cup, plate, bowl, etc. Kept my groceries in my dorm mini fridge that I kept in my room. This guy gets it. Wash my dishes in the bathroom. One time I lived in a house with like 5 dudes and there was so many dishes that we took half of them in a Rubbermaid and washed them in the bathtub. And the dudes that did that, they did a terrible job, but I didn't use any of those dishes. So I was like, whatever. I ended up leaving, getting my own place shortly afterwards. While I'm still friends with most of them, of nearly 25 years later, I never had roommates again. Yeah, having roommates once will make you never fucking want roommates again. And then most people, most people don't have roommates by choice. You move in with people because you can't afford the place by yourself. But like, it takes like the first week, you're like, this is dope. It's all going to work out. It's like less than 6 weeks later, you're ready to kill everyone there. Notice how every one of these complaints is some dishes bullshit. Everybody sucks the same way. Like it's. Maybe we gotta go. These are not worst roommate stories. These are kind of bad roommate stories, but I need to read something terrible. This dude shit a little bit in the shower. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. He had a smell that followed him. Lucky. Oh. Visited his parents one weekend and left the door open. You could detect a sense from, yo, sometimes you will live with people. They even seem like normal people. Like it even seems like regular people. Their room will smell so fucking crazy. What are they doing in there? Like you will be coming out of your room. You're in the hallway and they open their room. They come out. You smell like fucking old sandwiches in there. What is it? Like, I know that you guys are getting dressed and fucking in there, but what else? What can be making a smell like that? I've lived like 3 places with people like that. Ooh, dirty underwears. Oh my God. Smoking my weed when I was away. I've had a dude do this and I fought him about it. That's my weed, bro. I just took it with me after that, but also like I'm not above fighting over weed. I'll do it. Bitch sounds tight. Why would you get mad about this? If your roommate has OnlyFans money, bro, you're gonna be okay. The bills are gonna get paid. God damn it, I keep fucking scrolling hella far on accident. Three roommates at the same time. One's an alcoholic. That's pretty great. That's great odds. 4 people live in a house. One's an alcoholic, plus the guy riding it probably. Half. Pretty good. Pretty good. You're going to have a friend. Alcoholic and a pervert. What a combo. I frequently left the stove on. I fed his cat a lot. When he was pissed drunk, I was careful to not be alone with him because he'd try and grope me. Ooh. This guy's an asshole. I'm reading it. I got to tell you, he shouldn't have done that. That's guilty. I'm going to go out on a limb. Other roommate was fucking filthy, never washed clothes, just bought new ones. Whenever we ran out of dishes, I would go to collect the hordes of moldy plates and cups from his room. Why? Never cleaned his bong and it had an awful smell. Okay. He'd get offended when he offered to smoke me out and I declined because of the bong water. I mean, if someone offers to smoke you out, you should smoke weed with them. Even if it's a crazy person. You might never be able to get high again, bro. You don't know how life goes. Left his personal sex toys in the shower that we all shared. Nope, you got to fight him for that. I asked him to please be considerate, and he said, I thought you were sex positive in this house. Fuck you, bro. In the midst of all this, my boyfriend and I shared a room with a my boyfriend that I shared a room with developed a cocaine and video game addiction. It's so tight that she lumped that together like it's one thing. Like he probably was always doing coke and playing video games, but I don't think those are one thing. Like, I get it. I get what you're saying. Pissing in jugs. Ooh, that's crazy, bro. Dudes are so lazy. I've heard seemingly normal dudes say they will like piss in a cup instead of getting out of bed at night. Fucking fuck you, bro. You're disgusting. That's like one of the grossest things you could do. Pissing in a cup. The toilet's right fucking there. First of all, I know this guy had to go to the bathroom a lot because he was on cocaine. So you're telling me he couldn't go piss in the bathroom when he's going to the bathroom a lot on cocaine? Be for real. Be so for real. Call in 916-954-1954. Tell me your roommate story. Let me judge you. Be for real. So miserable that year when I finally saved up enough to move out and dump my boyfriend. My cat and I went to live our best single lives. That's a happy ending. I had a roommate that I found out was dealing random pills. One day I come home with he came home with a massive chemical burn. A few days later, a mysterious man who didn't speak English came knocking on the door with a huge aloe leaf. He saved him. We think he was cooking meth. Nice guy, though. Tight. What a great way to phrase that. I'm pretty sure he was cooking meth. He was a good dude. He was a good dude. Oh my God. How do I keep doing that? Lived with the guy my first year of grad school, got matched with him through off-campus student housing. He murdered someone 2 years later. They're not saying if he was a good roommate or not. Like, they're not saying like, I could tell this dude was gonna fucking kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like, was he cool? Was he annoying? I need this much more info on this dude. I mean, obviously he shouldn't have killed them, but I just need to know a little bit more roommate wise, what was going on. Too long of a list. Had a roommate that was so long on the toilet, I shat myself. Okay, whose fault is it? I mean, sometimes there's nothing by your apartments. Like every apartment I lived in has been by like liquor store, Taco Bell, McDonald's. You know what I mean? I've left an apartment with one bathroom to go shit at a business. I have. You shouldn't have to, but if you gotta poop, you gotta poop. Don't shit yourself because you want to wait. If I saw this dude not getting out of the bathroom and I was like, I am close to critical mass here, I would have jumped in my car and driven the fuck away. I would have found somewhere to shit so fast. I would have made it work. I'm going to head and say this guy's not resourceful enough. The roommate is also wrong. But if you were in there with this shit you took in your pants for fucking 30 minutes and that guy obviously had to shit really bad too, you see what I'm saying? Could have been, it could be either one of us on any day. Just heard such a loud thunk. Had a roommate who didn't clean up after their cat. Litter box was in the bathroom. Litter everywhere. Yo, if you don't clean the litter box every day, your house fucking stinks. Not just the room the litter box is in. Not just that side of the house. If you don't clean the litter box every single day, your house fucking stinks. I just do that shit before bed. And then every night without fail, they will go use the litter box right after I clean it. So it's a losing battle, but you have to fight it every day. Or your house smells like cat shit and you smell like cat shit. It's very simple. If you don't clean that shit every day, your house smells and you probably smell too. Coming out of the shower and walking on dirty, loose cat litter. Good luck, bro. Good fucking luck. Oh no, we've lost connection on the TikTok stream. From what? What's up, Kyle? How you doing, dog? You've had some crazy roommates, right? I know you have. Don't lie to me. I have to adjust this shit on my mouse. It's driving me crazy. The click wheel is hella stiff right now, and I cannot scroll without clicking. Yeah, that's reasonable for right now. I can live with that. All right. Your wife's your crazy roommate? I heard that, bro. I'm her shitty roommate. 1000% I'm Tasha's shitty roommate. You guys have really crazy schedules, right? So I assume that's probably wacky. She's a nighttime worker and you are out in the woods at all hours. Trevor in the building. What's up, Trevor? Love you guys. Neighbor and her boyfriend, I'd only known for about a month, talked me into moving in with them, saying I could save money. First of all, like, talked me into, you know what I mean? Like, whose fault is it, bro? Yours or theirs? Like, right away, you had your own place. You moved in with these neighbors. You say you do not know them. You know what I mean? Like, whose fault is that? I was emotionally wrecked and in a weak state. Trevor was my crazy roommate. Trevor's never done anything wrong in his life. I had gone to them for emotional support and someone to talk to, and they saw me coming a mile away. Yeah, I'm sure you've been suckered a lot. I could tell. Why is my mic peaking so much? That's crazy. I'll just scoot it away. I'll just put it right there. Lazy, narcissistic, hillbilly trash who refuses to work. All right. Well, this is a lot. Was working trying to get disability for a supposed back injury. Oh, he's white guy hurt. A lot of dudes get hurt at work and they never go back again. It's the beginning of a drug addiction. I've seen it many times. He was on SSI for a learning disability and he's trying to get on full disability. These fools are about to have some monthly checks. This is roommates with steady income. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Movies and entertainment. When it would arrive, the one paying bills was... Man, this is a long-ass story. First of all, I'm so glad I just checked. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Oh my word. That's disgusting. This is terrible. Man. First of all, she's not slowly recovering from COVID if she's still partying every day. This bitch don't give a fuck. She's having a great time. COVID did not slow her down at all. I had one roommate that punched my then husband at our after wedding party because she was drunk, or because he was drunk. Yo, you can't have a roommate while you're married. You cannot have a roommate while you're married. What the fuck is that? What are you talking about? Thank you, Trevor. You're the man. Take comments like that anytime. Roommate's a paranoid schizophrenic. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. He would constantly talk about people watching him and listening to him with his phone, which does absolutely happen. He is not wrong. Also showed up at my then husband's place of work where he also worked at one point in time because he thought one of the coworkers was following him. He probably was going to work. Another roommate believed in 5G. I love these 5G assholes, bro. You think You think the phone's fucking you up, bro? It's possible. I don't think that's right, and I do think those guys are stupid. But if it comes out that they were right, I'd like to be able to backtrack on that. But every one of these dudes that thinks that 5G shit is real is so wrong about everything else. I have to just assume it's wrong without looking into it at all. Like I can almost understand the concept of it like that. I can almost see it, but also there's too much. Like looking at the whole elephant, they're too stupid about everything else to be right about this. I won't buy it. Said the Wi-Fi router for the house was in his room and he said he didn't feel safe with it in there. I mean, I wouldn't say he's paranoid. I'm not seeing schizophrenic here, but he's definitely paranoid. I'll say that. Roommate in college found a tumor right after she was in remission for thyroid cancer. As she broke the news to all of us, my other roommate decided to make up a story about that she had cancer as a child and almost died. The entire story was fake. Fuck yes. People love to do shit like this. People will lie about anything. Like, and I get there's very like little ways to verify some things. So like they could probably just lie because they think they can get away with it. But people will lie about such stupid, like such crazy shit. Incredible. What you think about Bilal Muhammad? I think that welterweight overall right now is kind of washed. Like I think all the best dudes at welterweight, their best days are behind them. But also I don't think he can win a bunch. I will be surprised if he fucking defends this title one time. Cause Bilal sucks, bro. I mean, Leon's only okay. Like it's crazy that Leon beat Kamaru twice. That's basically what's crazy. I think Usman will come in and fuck up Bilal, 100%. I don't think Colby Covington's good, and I think Colby could beat Bilal pretty easily. And there's built-in storyline. You know what I mean? It's right there. So, there's too many. Also, I don't even remember who else is even at welterweight. Shafkat. He's going to get beat, bro. He's not that good. Yeah, I think Colby beats him. It's just whack that Leon finished on top 4 out of 5 rounds. He got outstruck 100 punches. Bilal gassed every single round. Every round, the whole fight. The built-in storyline is that Colby is a fake patriot and he hates all Muslims. It's his gimmick. So it's all right there. It's all right there. It's his job. It's Colby's job to be racist. He loves to do it. I don't know if he actually hates Muslims. I might be making that up, but I've heard him say I think I've seen him say some crazy shit about Bilal. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm looking it up right now. This is earlier this year. Covington says he wants to fight Bilal. Oh yeah, he calls Bilal racist. That's what it is. I remember now. He's called Bilal and a couple of the other Muslim fighters racist, and I forget what the exact context of it was, but that's it. He's like, no, that dude's racist. It's like it's a genius ploy, really. It's a great strategy. My roommate moved out and left the state while I was at work 2 days before the COVID lockdowns. Both our names were on the lease, so I was stuck paying the entire rent. She was also my best friend from college. Never move in with your best friend. It's never worked. It's never worked. The fucking Jersey Shore people don't even live together anymore. And they love each other more than anyone else. They're a family. Even all the members of the Fast family don't live in the same house. You know why? Because 10 people can't be good roommates. It doesn't work like that. Was in a house of 3 guys. I was the only one that liked things clean and organized while the other 2 didn't care. Regularly did the dishes. Why are these guys drinking so much chocolate milk? I'm not religious, but if I were, Islam seems like the coolest. You know what? I think that's a great statement. I'm also not religious, but it seems these Muslim dudes seem like they got it. They got a good hit. They believe that shit, bro. They seem like they're the least full of shit in believing that shit. Like most religious people, you're like, I don't even think you believe that, bro. But when you hear a Muslim dude talk, you're like, he thinks that shit's real for sure. It's remarkable that like 4 out of 5 of these posts is just about dishes. These are your worst roommate stories. These fools didn't do the dishes. Nobody does the dishes. Roommate built a dirt bike track in our overgrown backyard. That sounds cool. Terrible and wonderful. That sounds tight. I'm glad this guy didn't sound like he hated it. My first year at university. What a fun way to talk. Oh, I was living with a couple for a while after my ex-boyfriend left me high and dry. They were the worst roommates ever, messy as fuck. I found out while they were on vacation, they were almost 3 months behind on their rent and had lied to the landlord about one of them losing their job. Yo, this is such a common thing. Like, if you're not handing money to the landlord directly, like you're giving money to your fucking roommates to pay the rent, good luck, bro. Good fucking luck. Ooh, miss you too, Kyle. House of the Dragon was okay. For the second to last episode, I thought it was going to be crazier, but it was good. I'm excited for the finale next week. This shit's been pretty good. Work out a payment arrangement. He lost his patience when I confronted them about it. My share of the rent had gone up. 3 months they blew up. Yeah, people will spend that shit so quick. You hand these fools $500 and you're like, you guys seem kind of shady, but pay the rent, all right? I'll see you later. You're gonna be homeless, dog. Man. Damn, this dude snitched him out. He found out his roommate had warrants and he snitched him out. I wouldn't normally say to do that, but also if my roommate was really driving me crazy and I found out they had warrants, I'd consider it. I'll allow it. Not guilty. That's so tight, actually. Ooh, a sad one. And a long one. Come home on a cold winter night, find my roommates totally stoned on shrooms in front of the TV watching tennis with a bonfire in the middle of the living room that they had made using a box spring of one of their beds. Did the house burn down? You can't leave the story like that. Yo, if you are taking hallucinogens, fucking chill. Like you might feel crazy. I felt like I turned inside out the last time I did acid, but I never feel the urge to go do something drastic. Like if you're having the thought that you really need to do something when you're on drugs, just have the foresight to know you're fucked up and you're probably stupid too. And just stop yourself, bro. You don't need to do anything. Nothing is that important. Like, roommate moved out while I was at work, left a ton of stuff behind in his room, including several porn magazines that featured urine play and amputees. If you were gonna leave somewhere unexpectedly, leaving weird porn there as a prank would be hilarious. Like I realized this was probably genuine and he probably did leave weird porn that was his, but doing this as a gag, fantastic. That would really make me laugh. He vomited on the carpet and didn't clean it up, and stomach acid ate through the carpeting. This dude was an alien? Didn't get my deposit back. He left his Super Nintendo. How old is this guy? My wife snore farts. It's like snore in, fart out. That's fantastic. Bro, first of all, if you put this shit on TikTok, you could get rich. You know what I'm like? You could make a whole account for this. She doesn't even need to know about it. Think about it. My roommate fucked her ex-boyfriend in our dorm room 5 minutes after having her current boyfriend there. Damn. You know what? This could have turned into a really crazy three-way for her, so I get it. I get what she was going for. Almost. You almost had it, Licky. Military roommate had the maturity of a 12-year-old. Yeah, that sounds right. Long ass story. Fuck that. Roommate broke the main water line and told no one. Went to work, so I had to drain the basement of water. When got the stuff to fix it, the cops were trying to break down the door for him. He caused a fuck ton of damage and pain. That's incredible. This dude fucked up the house irreparably. Like they had to demolish this shit. Roommate bullied my best friend and other roommate and got his girlfriend to break up with him. Well, it sounds like there's a little more to that one, but. One of my roommates would get violently high and get shit all over the toilet seat or forget to flush on multiple occasions. I'd end up cleaning it up because it was just so awkward to be like that. Hey, you got shit all over the toilet seat again. It was a girl. Yo, first of all, I get crazy high every day. It doesn't make me shit on the toilet seat. I do that for fun. You know what I mean? Like her being high is not part of this. This broad is just gross. This is just a gross girl doing gross shit while she's high. It's unrelated, I think. Farted on me without asking consent. That's such a great distinction. Because if it was with consent, this would be a fine story. That's a great add-in. Like the whole ass pointed directly in my face. I saw red in that moment. I hope you fought them. I hope you fought them. Oh, I'm not a violent person, but I quickly found myself fantasizing about how I'd kill him. That's remarkable. All right, sorry. Got a small child knocking at the door. Gotta tell you, there was some wacky story in there. Not worth reading, really, but wacky. Stationed at Pearl Harbor. Yo, let me tell this story real quick. Go ahead and call in, please, and make me shut the fuck up, because I've been talking to myself for a long time here. Call in with your roommate story, 916-954-1954. I had this roommate. I just had my first daughter, and my wife and I weren't married yet. And we were living in a house that was fucking cheap, but we could not afford it. This shit was fucking $1,000 a month. It was a house. This shit was tight. And we rented out one of the rooms for like half, $500 or whatever. This fool got in such a crazy prank war with my best friend. Like, my best friend came over to this house, and he worked at a Japanese grocery store next door to the house. So my friend came over with like a bunch of fish heads and shit. He hid them in this fool's room. And then the guy who lived in my house left some used condoms in that guy's car. And then my friend broke into this dude's car. He YouTubed how to open the door on his car, opened it in like a second, and put some live rats from Petco in this fool's car. This dude found them and killed the rats. Like, he didn't just let them out. He killed these rats. We found dead rats outside the house. He's an animal. So then, like, once it gets to a head, these fools have been pranking each other for weeks. So my friend starts catfishing the roommate. He's catfishing the roommate. He's trying to get money from him. He's like flirting with him. And this goes on for like a week more. And in that time, the roommate, he sent my friend nudes, and they were in the living room. These weren't, you could clearly tell the furniture, the floor, like we were like, this dude is not even in his room when he took these. That was the worst part. He was clearly naked in the house. God damn it. That was one of the funniest things that ever happened to any of my roommates. That was incredible. He won. He won. Like, I know he had his dick out on the couch. He wins. I'm not going to beat him after that. He wins. Ex and I lived together for about 3 years. Good grief. One day I was looking for plasticware to contain some food, but discovered he had none available to use. All of it was missing. Bro, no one cares if your ex stole your Tupperware. Who gives a shit? That doesn't need to be an essay. Another long one, bro. Fuck off. No story worth reading is fucking 3 pages long. Fuck off. Had a roommate in high school who stole everything and used it without seeking permission from anyone. If I couldn't find anything, if his belongings were the only place I had to search to find my stuff. The funny part was the dude was rich as fuck, but didn't bring a single thing of his own. That's funny. Really just moved out of this situation last month. Ooh, someone who is currently in or just freshly out of one of these situations is one of the angriest people you could ever talk to. They will bring this shit up to you at work. Like, it's fucking them up every single day. Ooh, the Instagram stream is down. So we'll end that. All right, call in with your roommate story, 916-954-1954. There are several people watching, and you owe it to us to call and tell me your story. Ooh. Hard to side with this guy. I'm going to go ahead and say he's wrong. It's a feeling. I just know it. Just reading this sentence, I know it's this guy's fault. He did that shit. Live will end. Inactivity in my current live. I am on this live right now. What do you want from me? What's the difference? Oh, well, a housemate is what I meant by when I'm talking about roommates. But I'm not going to say housemate. We don't talk like that here. This is America, sir. One roommate would try to fight my girlfriend every time she drank. It got so bad that we eventually moved out. During the process, I went to her cat's litter box and put a cat turd in every one of her 20 pairs of shoes. How much cat shit was in there? One guy stole $700 from a fund that was for making improvements around the house and buying shared supplies. You can't let someone hold that much money. A house does not need a fucking $1,000 expendables budget. It doesn't work like that. That fool's gonna buy weed so fast with that money. He's gonna think he's gonna sell it. He's gonna have this whole get rich quick scheme. I'm gonna flip this weed, get the money back, have some weed to smoke. He bought weed and smoked this shit that day. A bunch of it. Paid back about $200 a couple months after I confronted him directly, and then he moved out. Yeah, of course. Same place had a really hot stripper who happened to be a nasty hoarder. What a combo. My janitor illegally enters my apartment with his master key, so I guess we're technically roommates now. This is terrifying. He wants to kill you. Like, he's slowly taking steps to murder you. This is step one. That's terrifying, bro. Fuck all that. Shared big kitchen knife in the kitchen went missing not long after a guy moved in. A couple days later, I went into my room to see a note from the police on my desk. They'd broken into the house through the window to gain entry as the new guy was wanted in connection to a murder. Never got the knife back. Damn, that's remarkable. That means he was so close to killing you. Like, maybe he killed somebody he really wanted to kill, but probably he just killed somebody. And you could have easily been that somebody. Had a string of 3 consecutive roommates skip out on the rent. First one was a heroin addict who stole $700 from another roommate. Purchased a used ambulance, gutted it, and left everything inside the garage. This guy sounds kind of cool. Sorry. Roommate in the army went away on training, leaving a 2-liter carton of milk in his locker. Fucking thing exploded and soaked into everything. Stench was awful. Got a hiding and then charged for that when we got back. Damn. That's so nasty, bro. Milk exploded. Yikes. Bro, so many people think these school shootings aren't real. You have to be so fucking dumb. You have to be so dumb to think that shit's made up. Had an older roommate, 50 plus, who moved in because his old place was sold. He lived with others at that place. So when he moved in, he brought so many things that his room was packed. He even had to store the rest of it out on the balcony, which is exposed to weather and only accessible by his room. God damn it. This shit was not worth it. This was not, too long, didn't read. No, nobody cleanups after themselves. Like, I do now, but I didn't used to. Back in college, I had several roommates. The house was divided vertically. Girls upstairs, boys downstairs. Boys decided to start a metal band. Don't get me wrong. They were total sweethearts, but sometimes I like to sleep. No, fuck all that. You're lucky they weren't weird. Like, a band is the least weird thing they could do. Roommate used to flush Q-tips down the toilet. We found it. That's the most guilty person we're gonna fucking hear today. What an animal. You're gonna fuck everything up, bro. Even if that, like, a lot of people do shit like that. They're like, it's not my house. You know what I mean? I'm renting. You're gonna fuck up day-to-day life for you at that house. Like, that toilet clogs every day. I'd like to find this man. "15 roommates living in a student house." I lived with like 8 people once. 15 sounds unbelievable, but I did live with like 8 people once. Roommate would drop a deuce and smoke a cigarette in the bathroom at 5 a.m. with the window open like no one would know. You know what? This shit probably smelled rank. You should be, if you had a roommate taking stinky shits and they had the wherewithal to smoke a cigarette in there to cover it up, good for them. Good for them and good for you. But not guilty. This man is considerate. You live with these people. You're probably scared for them to smell your nasty shits. You have nowhere else to take them. That's way better than lighting a match. You didn't smell shit once. You only smelled cigarettes. And God bless him. All right, we'll close this shit out with no calls. I'll do it. New comp tomorrow. Maybe tonight on YouTube. New comp tonight on YouTube. Tomorrow on Facebook. Watch that shit. Share it on Facebook, please. Exclusive comps coming to both Facebook and Patreon. So subscribe on the Facebook or join the Patreon because there's going to be comps you can only see there, so don't miss out. Your Honor, is this live? Absolutely. I didn't see that somebody was commenting on my TikTok live. God damn it. Next time. Anyways, we'll be back. Today's Monday. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll pick a good topic. If you have a suggestion, drop it to me on Facebook or Instagram. Great Uncle Meatball. Great Uncle Meatball 2 on Facebook. But yo, we're out here. New comps coming tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Good night.